Okay, welcome to Night is Inside. I had to put one of my blazers on for this one because this is going to be in our business 101 or management 101 series. I don't know, but we're going to talk about it. Okay, let's see. So, business people, all right? Make sure that you are doing the right things, okay? Make sure you're not lying to people, customers, and employees. Make sure that you're paying your employees correctly, okay? Pay your employees right. Pay your employees, period. Pay them at all, okay? I know back in the day, some people didn't used to pay their employees, okay, at all. So make sure that you're paying them. And so this is for all the CEOs, managers, CFOs, corporate executives, etc. Okay. So if you know something's not completely right with business or your company, don't sucker other individuals into it or bring other people in it. Okay. If I was you, I'd probably try to figure those things out first ahead of time. Then you can go ahead and you know bring other people into it. But if you know that things aren't like all the way on the up and up, then don't bring other people into it. And people that work in finance companies or loan companies, number one, make sure that you treat your people and your clients with much respect, okay? Just because they need a little help or even entered into a loan in the first place with you from a third party, okay, doesn't mean that you need to treat them with such, you know, like downgrading them or making them feel less than just because they have a loan. And so remember that you have a job, and if it weren't for your customers and clients, you wouldn't even have that job. Okay. So let's remember that, business people, all business people. Fix my little blazer. All right. And I can talk about these things because I have been, I've had jobs and been in many situations in jobs, even being in management myself, having other managers um, treat you crazy or like the upper higher management is not together. So then that kind of like trickles down to the lower managers on the lower level, and which trickles down to the employees. So everything should work together, I'm just saying. Okay, let's see. So again, so let's see. Loan people don't keep pulling clients credit either unlawfully, or just to keep up with your own quotas, or for applications, or for the applies, because I know how that goes too. So this action is probably hurting your clients more than it's fixing their loan problem, okay? And you know it. So don't do that. Don't for the That's for the ones that work in the loan at the loan companies. Don't keep pulling, your clients' credits and customers' credit without at least discussing it with them first, or asking them to see if that's something that they should be doing or whatnot, like um to see if that can help in any kind of way, okay? And managers, stop using employees. I've seen it done. I've seen this done over and over. Being a manager, even though I didn't partake in that, but I know that's what happens. Um, like that, like if you know that someone's gonna get fired or you're gonna fire somebody, and until you can get someone else then to fill the position that's not right. Okay, because I've seen people go through that so many times. Like some managers will use, and if you're listening and you're looking, you know what I'm talking about. Some managers will use the employee that they know that they're gonna fire, and then they'll just use them and let them work the whole day, then fire them at the end of the shift, or let them work the whole week and then fire them at the end of the shift, and hopefully not work the whole month and then fire them at the end of the shift. If you know that you're not gonna no longer need that employee, then just let them go as soon as possible. Don't keep dragging it out. Okay, you let that person go in the right way so that they can have a chance to find another job to support their family. Okay, because I mean, what's the use to keep dragging it out? Like, you're not doing yourself any favors. Okay, if they're kind of like a bad employee, and or they don't get the job, description that they're doing, then you're just actually kind of hurting yourself, because that could be time that you spent getting somebody else that actually is more competent for the job and that can do the job more efficiently. Okay, and also wasting the employee's time, because they can be going to get a job that is more for them, and and that they can that's more suiting to them, and also so it doesn't hurt their family life. Okay, so what else? Head of independent contract try, uh, head of independent contractors, stop charging your employees ridiculous fees. Okay, or charging multiple employees for the same thing over and over. Okay, so if you have an organization and you have employees that have, that they're independent contractors under you, just make sure that everything is fair. Don't charge them ridiculous fees, or you know things like that, or charging people for stuff, and that, like, you're charging other people for the same exact thing. Like, I'm talking like the same exact, not necessarily product, but I'm talking about the same thing. Like, maybe like lists. I'm referring to lists, like mailing lists, email lists, leads, phone numbers, things like that. Like, don't keep charging, your employees for the same. If it's supposed to be exclusive to that employee, and it's going to help their business individually and help the your business as a whole, then just keep it legit. Okay, it's not right because your employers or employees are not getting optimal results for their business or businesses. And for all managers, stop being cheap just because it takes from your bonus. Okay, I've seen this 1,000 times too. If you work in any kind of like restaurants or food industry, then you guys don't know what I'm talking about, because the the general managers, their everything comes out of their bonus, or like their money. It's like they're tied. You're once you become a GM, your being is like tied to the store. That's why they say, like, oh, it's like you treat it like it's your baby, because it's like literally a part of you. So everything that's financial, your time, your energy, everything, that whole that business, for food industry, is like it's a part of you. So but don't be cheap. Okay, so don't get cheaper products and stuff and food. I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you need to, like, if you gotta hold out for a minute. Let's say that blue cheese, like, you normally get the blue cheese with the big chunks that everybody loves and that you like, but that month you just running a little low. You might need to get like a different, salad dressing that you can kind of whip up and mix up just for then. I mean, do what you got to do, but don't be cheap and don't, you know, at the cost of like, cheating out your employees or your customers, okay, for like certain things. Let's see. Stop doing passive aggressive stuff. Okay, these are for managers. Stop doing passive aggressive things to your employees because you're trying to teach them a lesson. It's not right. Don't do that. Playing around with people's like raises, schedules, bonuses, etc. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not good, and it's probably gonna come back around to you. And not only that, it's just not good for business, okay, because somehow is just is going to still tie back into you, so don't do that. Talk to your employees and see if there is like a problem at home, or see if there's a reason why their behavior has changed in some way. See if you can help them, okay? Ask them if there is anything that you can do to help them. These are for my managers. These are for managers. Because you never know what is going on in people's lives. Like, if maybe like if employee keeps being late for some reason, and they're not usually ever late, and then you notice that they keep on being late, or what else, just different things like um let's see what else, or maybe their disposition has changed, and they're like really kind of sad at work or whatnot, and usually they're really happy and upbeat, and you're like, man, I wonder what's going on with them, or maybe they're aggressive, maybe they're angry, more angrier, and they're usually pretty chill, and you're like, man, what is going on? So talk to your employees, okay, and see if there's anything that you can do to help them, because it might be as simple as like a schedule tweak, uh, of a difference of 1 hour that may let off let the pressure, let off the pressure of that employee. Just like 1 hour, something so simple, and that 1 hour difference might help another employee that needs to take that hour, and there you have it. See, so the one employee needed that 1 hour, and then a different employee might have needed that same hour, and so that fixed the schedule. So you've killed two birds with one stone, because if that one needed, like, if if one maybe had, because there's kids and stuff like that, and families, that people have. So if somebody needed to, you know leave an hour earlier, because of family situations or other things, or come in an hour earlier because family situations or other things, and that like really put a strain on them, like in some kind of way, you just never know. And then maybe another employee would be like, oh man, I need to come in that hour earlier, and so I'll take over that part of the shift, or I needed to leave later because of something else, and then the problem is solved. It was so simple. But we would never know until we talk to our employees and actually ask them what's going on. so, so simple. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been through a lot, okay, of things when it comes to just jobs and different things, and office politics. I just look at how everything is being ran, or what certain people are doing or whatnot. And this is a problem. I'm sorry, but this is something that we really need to fix in our society right now, because that's probably why half of the businesses, or more than half of the businesses, are like, it's just so messed up right now. It really, really is. But all right, let me stop. This is gonna be a serious series.